Hello, everybody, and welcome to Before the Bog God. Before the Bog God. A new one-shot brought to you by a quick blurb to all of our delightful spawners, but one in particular, Infinite Citadel, the latest internal developer shenanigans coming through from Andrew. We're going to be playing a brand new TTRPG. It's not released yet. You can't go buy it. Sorry. But if you like what you see, go follow Infinite Citadel on their newsletter on the website, infinitecitadel.com. You can also follow them on social media, all that kind of stuff. There's going to be links throughout the show. We've also got a bunch of amazing sponsors from, Level 1 Gamers with all their crazy TTRPG merch to Emberwind for a fantastic, GM-less TTRPG and high fantasy. But today, we're going to be playing a brand new puzzly, narrative, twisty-twiny, creepy-weepy Bog game. But more on that later. First, a reminder that we have a Patreon that you can go check out to request what you would like to see from us in the future. All manner of things drippy and oozy and otherwise delightful. We also have a Discord where if you just want to chat with us throughout the game, other than Twitch chat, or when it's not a game, if you just want to hang out, you just want to talk about cool things like TTRPGs and craziness. Somebody put a little Cthulhu react on the going live announcement in our Discord. I just saw that. That's adorable.
He's so cute.
I love it. I'm gonna also put the little Cthulhu emoji up there because it's cute.
And murdery.
It's cute Cthulhu. That got all the phlegm at the back of my throat onto my keyboard.
On camera.
Yeah, that went somewhere.
I saw that.
That was juicy. That's what you get. For more of that, join our Patreon.
There's the boner. You nailed it.
Now you're all
First one's free.
First one's free. Incredible. We've got our boners, our Patreon, and our Discord. Now I'm going to chuck it over to Andrew for a little bit of behind the scenes of Andrew, what are we playing today and where did this come from?
Yeah, a little story time. I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this is new. Guys, this game's brand new. So this is effectively a playtest. So welcome to the deep end. We have actually playtested it a lot because it is effectively a mini game. A friend of mine, Jack Panic, also known as the Dungeon Club over on TikTok and all over the internets. Jack is an incredible designer. They have worked on tons and tons of things. So DNGN CLUB, check them out. Incredible stuff. They put out a game called Safecracker. It is a mini game. You could plop it into any TTRPG. Safecracker is really cool. Think lockpicking in Skyrim, but for any TTRPG. Uses some dice and has a couple simple moves. And I was looking at it and I was like, this is genius. This works. It's really cool. I like it. And I had a fever well over 100. I was avoiding other work that I needed to do. And I locked in. And for 5 hours, I did nothing else except for write this game. And by the end of it, I had wrote Before the Bog God. Basically, I took Safecracker and the idea of For the Queen, which is a prompt-based game of basically exploring the relationship of a group of people that are traveling with a queen based on prompts that they pull from cards in a deck. And I smashed them together. And this is all about a duet ritual game of cunning, corruption, and cosmic bargains. It is played between 2 players. A wisher that is petitioning an old god, a forgotten deity that is summoned through a ritual performed at an old altar found in a strange bog somewhere. And that strange old forgotten entity is apparently able to grant a wish. This game could be plopped onto any other system. There are ways to kind of utilize the base system that you would be using to kind of gain some benefits in this game as a mini game. Or you could just play this as a quick little one shot. It has some variability for like how long you could play it, but ultimately it wouldn't be able to like play like a full campaign of it. It could be a launching point for a campaign, but it is a duet mini game. There's lots of little dicey funness to be had. The way we're going to be doing stuff today, because it is a duet game and because we're playtesting, Matt and I have messed around with this a lot. We are going to be actually doing this in the more role play way, which we haven't done very much
at all.
And then we've written it and played with it in that way. We're going to be playing it in the role play way, and then we're going to be inviting y'all to do so as well. So we're going to kind of demonstrate and teach, and then invite you guys to jump in the deep end. So a little bit more story time that we won't get as far into, but when designing this, like I said, had a very high fever. I was very inspired, and therefore the concept was rich. The mechanics were not there. They needed a lot of work, but I thought they were perfect because my brain was cooking itself. So that's where Matt came in and really helped make this sing. But along the way, I was going for a walk like a day or two after I'd written it, and Matt and I had been talking about it. We were really struggling with the fact that the game was designed to be very asymmetrical. There were things that the player, the wisher could do, and it's almost like a single player and then a GM role. And it was like, it just didn't feel perfectly right. You know, it didn't feel fully fair. And so I was trying to explore good asymmetry, and then what would symmetry look like? And as a result, I was like, well, what would it look like if it was a symmetrical game? Which spawned another game.
Yes.
That we're not playing today. But we've made another game that is that's also being developed with Infinite Citadel, that's called Gentle Mages of the Infinite Citadel, and it plays like an old world game, kind of like chess.
It's very take this like rapid fire magic cards kind of feel to it, even though you're using
very
dice.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
So it'll play like a combination of the two roles that you're playing today. So we'll play that another time. You'll get your hands on that fairly soon, I'm sure. But that's another part of this story, another part of this journey. But today we're going to be jumping into Before the Bog God. We'll jump into the exciting, weird, eldritchy craziness of it all. But like I said, it is a duet game. It is not GM'd, so it is about collaborative storytelling in the most explicit sense. So this is not about one person controlling the story and another person just doing whatever they say. This is us just getting weird and having fun. Otherwise, there are rules for how the dice are used. So Matt, let's get into teaching stuff. Where do you want to start? You want to just do the introduction and then go to the rules?
I think we just start playing. Like, I think if we want to do a dramatic read of the intro, we can. But what I was also going to say is, as we're playing this is going to be a little bit of a teach and walk for Haley and Mel. But Haley and Mel, as we do the narrative prompts, if you have ideas, treat this like the out of orbit flashbacks, where it's like, oh, what if? Like, you can absolutely, you are included in. We are melding the four minds together. Be a
part of ours
to do the narrative
I love
stuff.
interrupting, so thank you.
Perfect. I wanted to give you that permission. I could feel it in my bones. But yes,
Which one though?
Which one? Do we want to roll for who is? Oh, thank you, Dungeon Club. I see you, Jack.
Jack. Hey, everybody.
Jack's
is
in
the one
here.
that made Safecracker. This is his fault.
This is his fault. This is all him. So
Jack, we have you to blame.
What I will say is, do we want to roll high roll to see who's going to be the bog god this round?
Oh man.
Or do you just do you have a preference? Do you want to be Wisher? Like, which one do you want to be?
I don't care.
Okay.
I just want to play.
Okay. I'll just roll. Low, I'm the god.
Rollies.
High, you're the
Oh.
god.
Okay.
Low, so I'm the god. So let me fix
Okay,
it.
I'm the wisher. Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Let me fix the overlay.
This is way easier, actually.
So whoever is the bog god will be red
Yeah.
on the overlay.
Okay. All right, Matt is the bog god.
I am the bog god.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so
I do have a
and
god complex.
for the two of you, if you do want to check, there's 3 tabs in the Google Doc. There's
Yes.
like the bog. It says bog god for the rules, which is all the rules in one, and then there's rules if you just want to look at the rules for the perspective of one of the roles, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because eventually the form factor for this game, actually, Matt, do you have that little ad slide that you could pop up?
We
potentially?
could let's do that on break. I want to jump in.
Okay,
We've been
that's fine.
yapping for 20
But
minutes. Let's get to gameplay.
Ideally,
But yes.
down the road, the game is going to be a pamphlet game. There will be 2 pamphlets.
So each
It's
person
a
has
duet
their
pamphlet.
respective
So
roles,
each person has their
rules.
own pamphlet of the rules. So that's kind of how you'll perceive the game in form factor. All right. Do you want to read the intro?
I'll read an abbreviated of the intro, and then you can
Okay.
roll your dice and get ready to tell me what they are, so that I can put them on
Alright.
the overlay.
Let's do it.
Something ancient stirs beneath the black mirror of the bog. It does not rise so much as emerge, as if it was always there, just beyond your sight. Limbs like carved driftwood, skin like cracked bark, soaked in shadow. Only the sense of being seen, entirely and without mercy. You have come to make a wish, but it will not be granted. Not as you imagined. And so up on the overlay, you can see how many dice I have as the bog god to tamper with this ritual in secret. I'm going to roll these, but you don't get to know what they are. I have 3 of them, and I will spend them accordingly. And you...
I have rolled my starting 6d6
yes.
ritual line.
So what is the first torch?
Narratively a little bit. This kind of like European-looking dude in a little bowler hat with a torch kind of walks up into the sickly altar and just begins to light the torches of atop these 6 little plinths throughout this swampy, ancient kind of. I feel like it's got like Louisiana swampy vines, you know, like hanging down in the area. It's very quiet. He's lighting these bowls. They're very smoky at first because it's just wet. And each of the bowls begins to just like smoke. And just the faintest green light begins to emit from them. I've got a 4, a 6.
Hold on, wait. 4, 6,
a 2,
2,
a 1, and a
1.
6.
Sorry, the 5th torch was a what?
2.
2. And what
And
was
then
the
a
4th
6.
torch?
Okay.
6.
You have it correct, I believe.
Oh, okay.
4,
So,
6, 2, 1, 2, 6.
perfect. So you'll be able to follow along with the Wisher's dice over there on the bottom of the overlay, right over there. Those 6 dice. Those are the 6 torches. Andrew's goal as the Wisher is to get all of those dice to be within one of each other or equal to. So if it were 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1, he would win. The ritual would complete in his favor and he would get his wish. My goal is to fuck it up. My goal is to get that line to be sealed in some way that makes it impossible for him to do that. And we are going to take turns. As the torches light, there is this presence, this tension that fills the air like a violin string, stretched too thin as it is tuned into a high note. You don't see anything, but you are being brought into the rules of this space. So I get to make a swap and move some of your stuff around. And I am going to swap. I'm going to swap the 6 and the 4. So your first torch is going to be a 6, and your second torch is going to be a 4.
So torch 1 and 2 swap.
Yep. So 6, 4, 2, 1, 2, 6.
Cool. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so we've essentially now exited like just setup.
Yes.
So that's essentially just a quick little game balance thing. Right out the gate, I get to roll. He gets to kind of balance it in case I rolled a really lucky starting line.
Try and massage things around so it's not instantly solved.
And then now we begin starting this.
Yeah,
in
you go
Baga,
first.
do we have?
The
I
Wisher
always
goes
go
first. The Wisher always goes first after the god swaps it around.
Yep, cool. All right. For my first move, I have access to a couple moves here. My options are, let's see, Wisher actions. I can nudge, which is I can increase or decrease a die by 1. I can re-roll, which is pick it up, re-roll it. I can seal, or I can bargain, which I'll explain more in a minute. Any actions I take,
Not gonna turn one bargain.
Any action I take will increase corruption. Corruption starts at 0. So as I take those actions, once I've basically gotten corruption to 3, that is going to give the old god another dice to mess with me. Right now, Matt has 3 dice. Once those are spent, Matt cannot mess with me anymore. But as I take more actions, Matt can get more dice and continue to mess with me. So it basically, Matt has a lot of options right now, but those options only trickle in as I continue to perform actions. Okay, so right out the gate, I'm looking at my line. I actually have a really good middle here because my 2, 1, 2, that's all nice and tight. My 6s are way up there, and the 6 and the 4 is a pretty big gap. So I'm looking at probably just going for I think I'm just gonna I'm going to just re-roll the 4.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm gonna re-roll the 4.
So you're gonna re-roll your second torch.
Yep, torch number 2. Ooh, sweet. So that becomes a 3.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
So
now that I have performed an action
mm-hmm.
and a torch has changed, this is where we get to go to prompts. So the 3 on torch 2. This is kind of where you get options. So I get to go to torch 2 prompts, and I rolled a 3.
Yep.
So this says, describe the time the first time you heard of this god. Who whispered its name to you, and what did it cost them? Oh, what's that, Haley?
we were just being the first time you heard of me, moi, in all my rankness.
I feel like
who gave you my deets? Who sent you my DMs?
Yeah, I feel like for this character, for the Wisher, I like the idea of like finding exploring some desperation with the wish. Like I'm still forming what the reason for coming, and a big part of this game is you don't have to have a decision of what your wish was when you start playing, right? The idea is you can form the wish and decide why they're here while you're playing. So I think that the desperation is a big part of that for him. So I think that maybe pouring over just weird esoteric like texts and stuff, and like some older librarian probably saw that that desperation in him and was like, check out this sick old book, but like like pulled it out from like a locked case, like the no part of the library, and like in so doing, like it was found out and they just went missing. Like fully, like that librarian just completely went off like the face of the earth, because it was forbidden knowledge, and like I probably just left with the book, and it just was like a sidebar mention of some bog entity that could grant wishes or grant bargains or dealt in this kind of reality warping. And so like as I think back on that, as I'm in this place standing before the altar, like I feel like I see that face of that librarian as he sets that tome down, as I crack open that tome for the first time, and just kind of I feel the paper as my finger just like scrolls through those old pages, in this moment standing here at the altar.
Lovely.
Back to you, kid.
I've been thinking about what I would like to do, and I think I'm going to use. I actually have dice that are like very bog god looking. They've got little green
Ooh,
pips
me
and
like it.
darkness. I'm going to spend a 3 on baleful transformation. Choose any number of the wisher's dice equal to half the value of the spent die, rounded down. They must be re-rolled. And I want you to re-roll the 3 you just rolled. I want you to re-roll the second torch, and I want you to re-roll the 5th torch.
My 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my 3 and my 2. So re-rolling the 3, that's a 1. And then the 2 is a 4. Okay. So a good and a meh.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing's
Interesting.
locked.
Nothing became locked. I was really hoping to lock that 5th torch into the 6th. That would have been juicy.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do,
you got a prompt.
Let's see here. I do have a prompt. Let's see here. So I could do Torch 5's 4th prompt, or I could do Torch 2's 1st prompt. Ooh, I'm gonna do Torch 2's 1st prompt. Describe the ruin of a civilization that once served you faithfully. What did they ask for that sealed their fate?
So some of these prompts are like world building as opposed to just the moment you're in.
And I think in that book, as you are lighting these torches and you see them flicker chaotically, you remember the story of an ancient civilization that was high and mighty, lots of magic, steeped in lore. But they were in the desert. And things change. The rivers moved. And they didn't have any water anymore. And so what they wanted was water. And what they neglected to specify was how much. I enjoyed drowning them. For years it rained. Until everything was swept away. Their pages rotted. I was trying to find that book. It escaped the flood. I'd like to have it back. Your turn.
I want to go home.
I want to go home.
I want to go home.
Yay. I want to go home. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. What should we do here? Okay. So,
and your corruption
again,
is currently at 1. So, just keeping track of that. I did not put corruption on the overlay. I will do that in version 2.
Yeah.
Which I might do during the break.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm thinking, man, it's hard because I keep thinking about Gentle Mage's abilities.
There's two rule systems in our head that have been designed like simultaneously, and so now it's like, blah.
Well, because in Gentle Mages you have a lot of really cool, powerful abilities, and I'm so weak as the Wisher, so I'm just like, oh.
This one's really limiting.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to. I don't want to seal anything yet.
Don't want to seal those ones?
I don't. Is it 1? It's a die value. That is true. But then you're coming for my 2. I know that. I know you're coming for my 2 if I steal the 1. Oh my gosh. You know what? Go for broke, right? I'm gonna steal my 1s.
Ooh, interesting.
So little tip here: if you're doing dice in front of you for sealing, what I like to do, you get 2 options. One, you can like cock your dice like 45 degrees, or you can slide them down out of line. I like to slide them down. So I'm going to seal my 1s. Which for that action, I have torch 2 or 3 that I can do.
2 or 4.
Number 1 prompt. Oh, 2 or 4. Yep. 2 or 4.
I was just double checking me. And you'll notice on the overlay that sealed dice are red. While you look at the prompts and think about it, sealing a dice means that it cannot be targeted by rerolls or changed or anything like that. It can't be touched. Unless, of course, the old god has some tricks up their sleeve.
Okay, so that's 1 prompt, or...
And by the way, there are other ways of sealing dice. So one of the Wisher's actions, you can choose to seal all of the dice of a certain value in your ritual line. A dice can also become sealed if an action causes its value to become equal to a neighboring dice. So let's say on one of those rerolls, like what I was trying to do on that 5th dice was I wanted him to re-roll that into a 6 and really like junk up his line. If he had re-rolled it into a 6, it would have locked and then been stuck at a 6. And so then there's all kinds of things that I can do to muck around with that.
So basically, he's just trying to lock me into a fail state. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the audience. do I either answer? My 2 prompts are: what other options did I try before my path that led me here? Or, what did I bury before coming here?
I like the second one, personally.
Then help me out. What did I? Yeah, help me out.
I mean, you said that the librarian went missing.
Yeah.
You didn't say how she went missing. Who's to say you weren't the one who buried them?
Damn.
That's
All
also
right.
from a literal perspective, so if we're going more
Yeah.
metaphorical, I'm just saying that's
No,
just an
I
option.
mean, yeah, I'm here for it. Damn. Yeah. So maybe, and we could leave it open. We don't know why. I feel like we just see that scene, right? Like this, and maybe the character's confused. Like this memory flashes through his mind where he's like getting this image of burying the librarian. Like, did I kill the librarian after I got the book? Did I steal the book from the librarian? Did I steal this forbidden knowledge from the librarian? Did I kill for this? Was this greed that led me here? Like, I think that's maybe something, like, am I telling myself 2 different stories? Did I come here for desperation, or did I come here for greed and the allure of a wish? I like that a lot. That's fun. Very cool. Back to you, Matt.
Back to me. Ooh, I forgot to update my dice. I only have 2. Not bad.
You can thank Matt
Which
for
corruption
all of the...
should be at
The corruption is at 2 now.
2. Yep.
You can thank Matt for all of the darker story ideas that are coming to mind.
I've corrupted her.
Yay.
Ooh, what do I want to do? It's interesting. Sorry, Ashley Ginger Ale coming in. Somebody murdered someone? Yes.
It's the best time to come into a story. Hello, welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little cheeky, just to see. I'm going to spend a 1 and you know what ones do.
Mhm.
I'm going to spend a 1 on Twisted Gift to turn that Torch 2 that you just sealed into an unsealed 6. Now that doesn't seal anything.
Doesn't auto-lock,
The
yeah.
Twisted Gift is an exception to the rule of like matching values. So like even though it matches that 6 adjacent to it, it doesn't then reseal as a 6. That would be too strong.
Yeah.
So the unsealing, I'm removing his seal, but does not reseal it there. I am down to 1 dice. I've messed with Torch 2, and it started as a 1 and went to a 6. So let me see.
Oh my gosh.
Torch 2, 1. We already did that one. And then 6. Noticing a typo and then fixing it. I'm not terribly in love with either of those right now. I feel like it's too early to.
Sure.
No. It's the right time. It's the right time for this one. So I'm gonna
You
do.
also have the other list
Yes,
at the
I
bottom.
was thinking about doing the action table instead. There are extra prompts. Like if you get repeats, there is another prompts table that you can go to based on actions to like help you get some other ideas for what to do. But I will do Torch 2's 6, which is warn the wisher to leave, but promise them no safety in doing so. How will the interrupted ritual react? And is your warning sincere? In parentheses, I don't have to say if my warning is sincere or not. Don't flood yourself. You have so many ideas, so much potential. Anyone who's willing to bury an innocent librarian just to get to me. You could do so much more elsewhere.
He gave me the book.
Oh, did he now? Shall I pull his corpse from the muck and we can ask him ourselves? He might see you on the way out if you leave early. But I would go if I were you.
Okay. No, he didn't. No, I came here to. He's not. We gotta.
A large bubble
I gotta finish this. No, I'm
like a
finishing
breath
this. We're
exhaled.
finishing this.
pops next to your feet. It is your turn.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Ugh!
Ahead into
My
oblivion you
line
go.
is not where I want it at all.
I know, it's
I
delightful.
hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because I have to fully pivot. I'm not anywhere near
I'm
the
really
low
fucked
end.
over your 2s and 1s.
I'm
That
nowhere
ship has
near my
sailed.
low end.
Hey, how you gonna bridge that locked 1 over to a 6, buddy? How you gonna do that?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait.
I'm enjoying
I have
being
an
a bog
idea.
god way too much.
Is that what I'm gonna do? Ooh. Maybe that's insane. Is that what I want to do?
If you're old like me, you know that reference, so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna bargain.
Yes.
So once per ritual, so that's basically once per game, you can bargain. You can set one of your dice to a value of your choice and seal it. So basically, throw chance to the wind. The old god rolls and adds a new die to their secret dice. So he gets to bypass corruption, and I'm doing an action which adds to corruption. So Matt is about to get 2 dice. I am setting my... Oh my gosh. I am setting my 5th torch to a 2.
To a 2.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's locked.
And it's
At a
locked.
2.
Yeah.
So, torch 5, 2.
And I'll just roll my 2 secret dice, one for the corruption, you naughty mortal, and the other one for the bargain, you extra naughty mortal.
A past love or rival appears in a vision. What do they say that rattles your resolve? Ooh. Interesting. Feel like I think I'm getting a pretty good idea of what his wish is at this point. And I think that this like out of that like, you know, big bubble,
Excuse
you
me.
just hear this like out of the bog god's fart. No, you hear this like whispery like sound of like a Hey, we didn't do this at the top of the episode, so trigger warning for
Yes.
the fact that this is all horror and creepy.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just hear like this like haunting voice of like a young man, and he's just like, Dad, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And then just like the bog kind of like swells, and you can see like the visage of like a young man's face in the swamp itself, just kind of like and then it just kind of like like fades back into the bog underneath, choking on like the sludge, and then it just kind of fades back down. And I think that he just kind of crumples for a couple minutes.
Makes me think of the bodies of the bog men that are like in museums and stuff where they got preserved for so long.
Yeah. I have a question for you, mechanics question.
Yeah.
There's a move I can do that lets me decrease one die's value and increase another die's value.
Uh-huh.
You only have either maximum value dice at 6,
Yeah.
and then a 2. I would love to decrement that 2. But
Wait.
can I not do that since there's nothing that I technically can increment?
Oh, you want to decrease it and then increase, but you can't.
But I can't increase a
anything?
6 into anything. So would we say that
'cause
this
it
is an
couldn't
illegal move?
resolve?
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Oh.
is this when we're getting into Magic the Gathering terms?
Yeah.
Is this I targeted it, but it's just a non-op? It just doesn't increase.
I feel
but
like
I can still do it, or
I feel like you can do it. You just can't fully resolve all parts of it.
Okay.
Because it's not if you do this, then do that.
Mhm.
It's just do this and do this.
yes,
Because that's like in Magic terms, it says and,
yes,
right? It's not an if statement.
yeah.
So I think you're fine.
If you're okay with it, with the
Yeah.
increased targeting a 6, then I'm okay with it.
I mean, yeah.
So in that case,
Let me look at it one more time.
equivalence: increase a wisher's die by 1 and decrease a different wisher's die by 1.
And it says and.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says and. Yeah. So then we're fine.
Okay. Then I will
Yep.
spend a 2 to decrease your 2 to a 1, thus sealing it.
Shing.
And then I will.
Thanks.
You're
What
welcome.
could go wrong?
What could go wrong with this? Torch 3 to a 1, and it's sealed. And then the other one, nothing happens.
Uh-huh.
So I will.
They're all 6s. There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with this.
I don't know what's wrong.
And let's see here. I will torch 3
Down to a 1.
down to a 1. Okay, I'm gonna absolutely roll with this one.
I know Haley.
That face starts to recede into the bog. Dad, I'm already alive. You don't have to do this. From over his shoulder. You really just walk away. You don't have to. Torch 3's one prompt is echo the voice of someone the Wisher has lost. What cruel comfort do you offer through their tone? It's okay. It's warm down here.
I mean, it would be. That kind of sounds cozy, man. I'm a little chilly.
It's cozy.
I'm actually so cold right now.
I know, right? Like a mud bath would be really nice right now.
Yes.
Yes. That's my turn.
Oh my god. Ah!
Aren't you glad your fever dream came alive, Andrew?
I don't know what's wrong with me, guys.
When I feel like every time someone like wants to multi-class warlock or like needs to cast a wish spell, I just want to pull this out. This is so fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Because we're in the wacky waving inflatable arm man land of improv where like we can answer these prompts however we want. But imagine like trying to like you combine the prompts with like an existing backstory of a character you've been playing.
Right.
That could be really fun.
Oh my gosh. Terrifying. Okay. Ugh.
How you gonna unfuck yourself, my buddy?
I don't know.
You're gonna walk.
No, you go the other way. Fuck yourself even harder.
You're just gonna nudge those 6s down, my buddy. Is that what you're trying to do?
No. I guess I'm just gonna try and reroll. Cause we're not allowed to do repeat actions, correct?
I don't I think that's a gentle mages.
That's just
you're allowed to do repeat actions.
Cool. I am gonna do which doesn't matter because bargain was my one last time anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, I mean I'm gonna do reroll. That feels smart enough because if I get a 1, it locks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
And if you also get
if I get a 6, then I lose.
Yes.
So rock and roll, man. Don't get a 6. I got a 6.
Yes.
That's it, folks.
The fun part,
no.
Technically this action gives you no corruption because when you re-roll into the same number you started on, you don't gain corruption for that action and you lose a corruption. Unfortunately, I win. So now we move to ending the game.
Yeah, we do.
Once the results of the ritual are determined, take turns narrating the ending. Who narrates the ending and how should feel earned. Both players are encouraged to describe what happens in the moment the torches flicker out. Our 3 questions that we need to answer are what becomes of the wish, what becomes of the wisher, and what, if anything, smiles beneath the surface.
Mel, do you guys?
Mel smiles beneath the surface.
It's me.
It's me. Oh yes.
I owe you a soda whenever I show up. It was me the whole time?
It was me the whole time.
I'm just thinking, it's a father who clearly wants his son back after he died of whatever circumstances occurred.
Insert tragic backstory here.
Mm-hmm. Wishing for his son back, I'd imagine, is the wish that a father would ask for. Maybe he does get him back. But maybe instead the father takes his son's place in the bog, and what smiles under the surface is actually not the son, but the god himself.
Because he's got a new friend. It's me and you, Matt.
We're
in the bog.
We're
We're hanging out.
It was a wholesome ending.
I'm into it. I love it. Yeah, I feel like the god just kind of like I feel like the wisher feels defeated in this moment. Like, I've lost. I'm not going to get out of this. And I feel like the god is like, all right, like, what is it? What's your wish?
Ooh, can I
And he's like, what do you mean?
roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I role play it? I have an idea.
Yeah, do it.
It's hard finding yourself in this sort of situation. I will raise his corpse. You just have to take its place. Simple. Equivalent.
Done, I'll do it.
Good.
Do it but can I have 1 minute?
You will
Just
not.
one.
You will have more than 1 minute, my friend. And you are already sinking beneath the muck.
No,
The
just
water.
one. Just 1 minute with him. Just 1 minute with him. No, wait.
And after you drown, you look and you see your son.
Trevor?
Dad? What happened? Why are you here?
I came to get you. I can't. You're going back. You're gonna be okay.
I can't.
The
though.
doctors, they figured it out. You'll be all right.
No, I don't think you get it. I can't go back. And he looks down, and there is no body on the other side of his shadow. And back above the surface, Trevor walks out of the bog, humming a tune, smile wide. I needed a new meat suit to walk around in. Have an
He
eternity
picks up his book too.
with your son. I only raised his body, not his soul. Farewell, idiot.
Hell yeah.
The bog god wins.
Don't forget your book.
I'm going for a stroll around
Going
town.
for a stroll in a Trevor suit.
Ugh.
I don't know why, but I'm
Oh,
having the
man.
mask now show up on my head.
I'm gonna go get in my car with tits.
That is forever. Nobody gets that joke. That joke is for
No,
two
just
people.
for you.
Two
That's just
people
for
and
you.
called it on the replay. No. Oh man, we will explain that to you in the after show. But that's Bog God. That is before the
Yep.
Bog God. Who wants to be the next god? It's y'all's turn.
Me,
Me.
me.
Do it. I'll be the wisher. Or, yeah,
Yeah, get in there, kid.
I'm into it.
Nope.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too.
It's fun. It's fun.
So
All
Mel.
right, what do I need to do? I
Mel-
have my D6s.
Yes, Mel, roll 3 dice and keep those
Okay.
secret. We don't know what those are. And then Haley, roll your 6 dice and just tell me what they are in like a line order.
One at a time.
One at a time.
I've
Yep.
got a 2.
You can do them one at a time. You can also just,
two.
go chaos and drop
I got a
them.
2.
A 2.
I got a 2. I'm
two.
not. I
Wait,
got a 3.
A 3.
She wins.
She wins. No.
I got a 2.
Are your dice broken? Are they okay?
I got a 6.
A 6. And this is why we instituted the swap rule, because nonsense like this happens.
Yep.
Oh no, they're the same value. I
no.
win.
No.
Oopsies.
Look, I got a pretty good wish and you're a pretty good god, so we're just gonna let's get this over with.
I mean, the other thing is we could just ignore all the rules altogether and you and I just make a deal anyway. I'm just saying.
We're just gonna make a deal.
I'm good could make you an
Do you want a
offer you
kiss?
can't refuse.
Or not?
So Mel, you as the god get to swap those around. While you're thinking about who to swap, Haley, who do we see?
Oh,
Who is this wisher?
yes.
And you can
There-
like reskin the altar as you walk up.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be like
Yeah.
structured under what I painted, you know?
Yes. You see an old woman who is very barely hobbling along kind of like a broken stone staircase up this like hill. Sparse doesn't matter, trees like surrounding her, so you can pretty well see like pretty far away, but there's no light. She's traveled pretty far. The bottom of her dress is covered in muck and mud from the rain that has been happening, and as she climbs these steps, her dress tears and rips. She makes it to the top of this hill where there are kind of like stone pillars in a weird configuration. You can't tell if it's a square, a circle, something is going on with these pillars, and she trudges up to the center. There are 6 candles in the center. She looks like she's been walking there with purpose and determination, despite her old age. Just gonna light the candles, I guess.
Yeah.
Mel, what do you want to swap around, if anything?
I'm thinking of swapping the 6 in the 6th place
Mm-hmm.
and putting it to the left of the 3. So putting it where torch 3 would be.
Torch 3 becomes a 6, and torch 6 becomes a 2.
Math.
Math.
2.
I'm also relying very heavily on the layout. So
Yes.
if you see me going over here and I look dark, that's the reason why.
Mhm.
So
And with that, it is the wisher's first move.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
I would like. I mean, if I no, it's all right. What?
See, I'm realizing that with having so many repeats, it's also close to fucking you up.
Yes. There's a gentle balance in this line right now. That 6 is doing a lot of work.
Yeah. I think I might just nudge the 6 down.
To a 4.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Or is it increase or decrease?
Increase
a
or
die
decrease.
by 1.
Mhm.
Yeah, and just make it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's just correcting herself after doing such a good job with the rest of the candles. I don't know if that was right or wrong, but that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're
Hey,
doing.
we're figuring it
Totally
out.
fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I re-roll it and it becomes a 6, it automatically locks it in, right?
No. It would,
No, that was a different rule.
It,
So
if
the only auto lock is if you roll a die and it matches the value of an adjacent die. So if you rolled, so this actually would be a win condition, but like if you rolled your 6 and it became a 2, for example,
or
a
a 3, you would just win.
it would lock and you would win,
Because at the end of that action, everything would be in a line.
for example.
Aw, I don't want to win that quick.
Right.
I'm just gonna leave it.
That's no fun. It's a game.
I'm just
Let's
gonna
have fun.
I'm just nudging it by 1.
Yeah.
I'm just testing the waters as I look out and try and see what it is I'm calling forth.
Mm-hmm.
If the game was that quick, it would be like when I
then
did
what
magic
do
for
I
the first
do?
time with Rule.
And now I have a prompt for 3,
Yes. So torch 3 table.
and I pick the number that it is.
You could do either the 6 or the 5 because you saw both of those numbers in this turn. So you could do either torch Torch 3, prompt 6, or prompt 5.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I like these. These are good.
These are good.
Yeah.
I saved the things we wrote.
Oh my god, it's so
So-
good. It's amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to choose Torch 3, prompt 5.
Ooh.
And as the kind of, I'm gonna use like the camera pans around.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're allowed.
You saw this old woman, coming up this stone steps with a cloak on, and as you saw her lighting each of the candles to readjust that last one, she had to actually pick up this gnarled hand that is black all the way through to be able to quickly adjust something with the other side. And you can tell it looks like it is completely almost rotten. And she puts it back down to her side.
The prompt was, what part of your body already feels wrong,
yeah.
like it no longer belongs to you?
This literally doesn't belong to her.
Yes.
Whose hand is that?
Whose hand is that?
Can I get a hand here?
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Or was it her hand? You couldn't see.
No.
Yes.
Now I'm like on like this this is a temporal god and that is her hand
Mhm.
mummified from the future's
Mhm.
past.
Bog gods of future swamp.
Yeah, look, when we first were doing this, I was thinking of god ideas. That my wisher is apparently just taking
Yeah.
on a little bit of that.
Yeah. We'd love it.
Mhm.
Mel, it's your turn.
I'm tempted for the prompt for 5 as well, where it says, make a request, a small act of trust from the wisher. Why does it feel so wrong to accept it?
I think
What
you have to
action are
choose
you
an
doing?
action
You have to do
first,
an action
Mel.
you have
first.
an action.
Oopsies, sorry, my bad.
Prompts
I
are fun
follow
too, though.
rules clearly.
Yeah.
I believe. What we got?
I will be right back, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Okay, goodbye. I actually want to mess things up a little bit more.
Uh-huh. That's your job.
No.
No.
Eee. I would like to put a 6 that I rolled and replace it with the last 2.
That's not a... What thing are you doing? What action are you
No,
doing?
fuck. Hold on. Sorry. My bad.
Old god
I know what I'm
actions.
I'm sorry. Give me a fucking minute.
You gotta
Uh,
read, Mel.
I don't want to read.
Dude,
I
that's...
can't
Don't
read.
make me do it.
Don't make me do it. No.
Okay, so we have Twisted Gift, Wait Silently, Equivalence, Baleful Transformation, and Wither. C?
Mm-hmm.
C. Okay.
See.
C.
See, senora.
Let's see. Nothing is sealed yet, so we can't do that. Sega keeps the die. No. Increase a different wish step on 1. What we got? Let me see. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea either.
Haley does
God
have
damn
you
it,
in a pickle.
Haley!
Haley has
Yeah,
you in a
why-
pickle.
Ah!
You need...
Okay.
Here's a bit of advice.
I have waited a lifetime for this wish,
You...
and I have prepared myself valiantly.
Hold on, give me a minute.
A
I'm
little-
just looking over the terms and conditions.
A little... a tip... a rules tip, because Haley has her
You will
dark
see
bargain.
here I have well put together the contract. There are no loopholes nor ways to back out.
The trick here for you, Mel, you want to get 2 dice to be wrong, and right now only
Right.
1 dice is wrong. Because Haley
Yeah.
could, on her turn, just dark bargain that 5 to a 3 and win.
And win, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Dark bargain.
She gets to pick a die's value and seal it. But you
Yeah.
get an
She only
extra
can do
dice.
that move once.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the hard part is the heavy lifting right now. You are kind of experiencing the GM moment of this game, is you do have to kind of understand her moves and your moves. So that's the little bit of asymmetry in this game. So yeah, and without knowing your die, or your die values, it's hard to give too much advice right now, but you want to look for
mute
opportunities.
myself, or you can maybe message each other the dice values so you've got a little bit of input.
Yeah, you could message
You want
Matt
me to
and I.
mute
That could
myself?
Okay. Don't look at the recording chat, Haley.
be. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah.
Okay, I will change channels right now.
Thank you. Y'all good,
Sick.
Haley?
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's it.
Yeah. So what you can look at is stuff like equivalence. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's
what I was kind of thinking of at first.
Really mess with her.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No.
Wait, is that what I'm thinking of?
Wait a minute. Ooh. Okay.
Got an idea?
I might. I think I might, or at least it prolongs it a tiny bit.
Sure.
Leave me be.
And just to clarify for the rules,
yeah,
if there is a number that's beside the old gods thing, is that a dice roll you need to have rolled and then give that dice away for? Okay, gotcha. All right.
So the dice that you have rolled are values that you need to be able to spend. So
Spend.
twisted gift is like a die value that you need. Wither is a 6 that you need.
Yeah.
Whereas equivalence is like any number that you have, but it's targeting something specifically.
If I were to do Wither for a 2, does that just go down to a 1 instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. It's not. It doesn't go away. So yeah, it would just floor down to a 1.
And then I need to see. Okay. God, numbers are hard.
Not a sponsor. I wish they were, but I'm drinking some False Idol beer. Figured that was appropriate.
So there's only one number I can technically do this to delay it by another turn.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to use the 6 I rolled. So that's gonna go in the graveyard, for lack of a better word. To do Wither, and I want to put the 2 that's in the 5th torch spot down to a 1. Yeah, and then that seals it.
It doesn't seal it.
Oh, it doesn't?
Because it's not matching anything. It has to match exactly to seal.
Never mind.
But you are still preventing her from winning on this next turn, because now she has 2 dice that don't match their neighbors well.
I can't read.
No, you're good. I understand why you thought that, though.
Yeah.
I was so close.
No, you're doing great. It's
another way you could have done that is if you had done equivalence, you could have subtracted 1 from 2 and added 1 to the 5, so it would be a 6
Yeah.
and a 1.
Yeah.
This is still
Yeah.
good though.
Okay.
Yep.
And then that
Now
was
go to
yeah. Now you do your
torch.
prompt.
Torch.
Torch
Matt, you want to lower
5.
her die count?
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
Godhand.
And it's either a 1 or a 6, I think. Is that
Yep.
how it works? Because
Yes.
you chose my number? Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be for the fifth torch.
Torch 5, prompt 1 or 2 because it started as a 2 and it ended
One
at
or
a
two.
1.
I wasn't sure because Mel used a 6
Mel
die
used
to
a
do
6. Yeah, she
I
could.
wasn't sure if that
She
counts.
could then pick from. She has a separate table called action prompts, and you do too. There's an action prompts table at the bottom that's based on the actions that you use. Here are just extra prompts that you can do to avoid duplicates.
Okay.
Depending on how we do form factor, there's going to be a lot of ways that we can have selection of what prompts down to like if they're cards or
Yeah.
whatever, you know, like there's a lot of ways to do prompt selection.
Okay. So it was either a 1 or a
2.
2. Oh. I'm gonna go with the prompt for 1,
Mm-hmm.
which is reveal what the wisher was in another life: a lie, a seed, or a servant. So I feel like it's really quiet, like eerily quiet, where there's no birds chirping, there's no frogs singing, like there's not even the little spiders that like dance on top of the water and like skitter around. Everything, not that dancing. Not that dancing.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my hometown girl.
I got my
Is this the
thorax
swamp at the
on.
top? Are you telling me that there's a swamp on top of this hill? I'm into it.
There's just no sound. There's just no life that just seems to like everything
It's
is
just
just
a koi
this,
pond that's not been taken care of.
Mhm. Yes. That's a bog.
God damn.
Poor Mel. Just trying to paint an evocative picture and us shitheads just coming in here with our director's notes.
We're funny.
We are funny.
I think there is this, like, you'll see the old gnarled, just blackened hand that looks like it's just about to like fall off at any moment. And I feel like the wisher would feel like it has like a little bit of life coming back into it, just like a finger just kind of cracks. And another one has just all these, but not that one. Just you hear like
It's
the
not
crunch.
me!
I love you three so much. But you hear the bones like crack and stuff. Like you're just thinking this hand is like in rigor mortis almost, and it's just like everything like is stiff to move it. Like you need the other hand to kind of adjust things. And you see one finger like crack and point towards the just behind all of the candles. And you see this shadow slowly start to creep along one of the walls. And this shadowed, like, veiled figure slowly steps out. You can't see their face, but you hear, like, their voice is all around you.
Baby.
Well, I see that my seed that has been planted has returned to me. And the hand will crack a little more. Like all fingers kind of inching towards the figure. Your turn.
I hate it.
The only way this could be worse is if that was delivered into Kuzi to Coddle's voice. My seed has returned.
I would like, for fun, to re-roll my 5.
Ooh. Ooh, this could be very close to a win here.
Yahtzee!
6.
That is sometimes the breaks. Them's the breaks.
Them's the games.
Torch 3. Sorry, 1 second.
Breaking fingers.
And then she runs down the hill.
Runs away. She leaves.
No, sorry. I have the worst cough and it makes me so red. The number 3, and it was a 5 or a 6.
Yep.
Oh god, it's the same one.
That's okay. Yeah, pick a action one at the bottom.
Which was Oh, okay, cool. I know that this says temporary injury, but we're gonna just go with it. So
Yeah, do it.
the hand begins to hover in a way that you could clearly see before that this arm was not moving. She was having to control and move its position, and at this point it stretches out in front of her, and as that happens, the cloak pulls back, and as Matthew said earlier, the stitches are revealed around the top of the bicep here, and I got and as the kind of like a magnetic pull of this hand as it's cracking, it doesn't take long for those stitches to pop one by one, and the entire arm flops to the ground and crawls its way back to its bog master. Yeah. And so I did re-roll. So pain etches itself into your form, sharp but fleeting. What temporary injury has been inflicted? And it's like, this is temporary to me because I know myself.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Love it.
It's not the only stitched body piece on me.
Trigger warning, body horror. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let me go get the Tales trigger warning. There we go.
Alrighty. Now, what we got here?
Might just need an Andrews here trigger warning. Sorry.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
My fault.
Let me see.
That reminds me of the quick grab the legs.
Grab the legs.
Grab the legs.
Grab the other leg.
Grab the other leg.
Now, if you weren't here for that, you should go see when we did Out of Orbit with Andrew last time we were here.
Now I'm gonna supercut that original clip with this moment right here. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Somebody clip it.
man.
Let's see. Creative forces die. Math is hard, guys.
So good. You took my arm. What else do you want from me?
What else do you
Trying to
want?
make a wish.
Grab the other leg.
Grab the other leg.
The leg.
Grab the leg.
There we go.
Well, what do we have here?
And this is entirely wrong. Throws it away.
Alrighty. I think we're going to do. I think we're going to do equivalence. So, any value. So, I have a 2 die. I'm going to put that down here. So, for the equivalence part, I want to increase the die by 1 in the torch 1 spot.
Ooh, interesting. So increase that to a 3.
And then I want to decrease the 1 in the 2 spot down to a 1.
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome.
Very good. Yeah.
That's such a good move.
Yeah.
My
I love how this started. Like, this is very. There was some gentle maging going on at the beginning where Haley didn't do like a round one dark bargain to just win the game, and I love how it went from Haley's got this on lock, and now it's a pretty fucked up line. This is
it's not
okay.
Nothing's locked.
I should have
Nothing's
sealed
locked.
earlier.
Yeah. Nothing's sealed up.
Sealing is so
good.
scary early because it's like, do I want to commit to this number?
Yeah.
But then I have something to work against. Like, it's very tough. It's very tough.
Yeah.
It's why the more we play this game, the more I love it.
Yeah.
We're learning.
I thought there were no
Yeah.
holes in this contract, old lady.
I can't wait. I can't wait to play Gentle Mages.
Oh
with
no,
y'all
it
too.
seems you may have found a
It's so
loophole.
fun.
Uh-oh.
No, that's just a smudge of ink. Here.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that part. So yes, Mel, you can do Torch 1's prompt with 2 or 3, or you could do Torch 2's prompt with 1 or 2. You've got a couple of options.
Okay, so
I see the game design face on Andrew. Andrew has just had an idea.
Yeah, how did you know? How did you know?
I know that
I
face.
just had a whole thing
I know
happen in
that
my
face.
brain.
That's the face that you made when I told you about the new corruption mechanic in this game.
It's so quick. It's actually more story than it is anything else.
Mel,
Write
you
that
do
down,
this
write that
prompt.
Before
down.
the bog
Mel, you
god,
figure out your prompt.
you take the before the bog god game system more than anything. Take a little bit of the skin off of it. Use that
Ooh,
as
excellent.
the like initiation
That's
ritual.
crackling. No.
As the mage initiation ritual for the Infinite Citadel.
Yeah.
So a
that's cool.
mage is initiated into the Infinite Citadel through the ritual,
Yeah.
and the wish is to join the Infinite Citadel.
I love that. Yeah. So
and then they gain the mage powers of being.
So all
one
the
of
characters in
mages.
Gentle Mage are the wishers that
Yes.
succeeded at Bog God.
Yes,
Yeah. Love that.
That's cool.
because you get a lot more abilities than you do in Bog God when
Yeah.
you're playing Gentle Mages. And it's
Okay.
PvP basically, like on a symmetrical level. So it's a lot.
Mel, you got your prompt?
yeah, I have my prep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hit us with it.
Okay. I chose Torch 2, and then number 2. You were once worshipped openly. What grotesque miracle turned your followers to ash and memory? Considering how there was a essentially dead hand on the old woman who has entered my domain, there's almost this like refreshing sigh, I think, that fills the woman's ears as the hand keeps like inching its way across the entire platform to then crawl and reattach itself to the old god. And upon the arm like sinking in and kind of like settling back into where it originally belonged, there's like this distance of screams, like blood-curdling screams. And there's like, I feel like there's this heavy thing of fog that's like slowly rolling in on this hill. And within it is these shadows and like different highlights and dark tones and stuff of memories of the god from way back when. An ancient civilization lost to time. She's, standing on a podium with all of her followers, her children, settled down below. And all she simply said was, for lasting eternity, for following me so religiously, you are to give body, blood, and soul of yourself to become one with me and forever be embraced in my love. And one by one, you start seeing bodies start to shrivel and grow old and decay before their very eyes. And upon seeing the horrors, people start getting up to try and leave and to run off. But one by one, you see bodies fall. 1, 2, 3. For it's their flesh that she truly hungers. And it is the only way for her to truly survive.
Your
She
move.
just wanted a snack.
She was
She's
hungry.
just hangry.
Girl
Just
dinner.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
I ate a civilization.
It's not a balanced
Girl
meal,
dinner.
but at least you ate.
God forbid a girl wants a snack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Incredible.
Sorry.
Haley, the ball is in your court.
No, thank you.
You got a fucked up
Yeah,
line.
thank you.
What you
I'm
gonna do?
putting it back.
I'm putting it back. I don't want this ball.
Yeah, I just go blow out all the candles.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Here's your present. You're welcome.
What can I say except you're
Oh, God.
welcome?
I am going to fuck stupid fucking third torch. Just messing with it the whole time.
They are still dice.
Yeah. Love it though.
Little motherfuckers.
Alright. Alright, okay, alright.
If you too would like to be irritated by small cubes with pips on them, go check out Infinite Citadel and subscribe to our newsletter so that you can be in the loop and ready for whatever this game finally comes.
Are you a masochist in nature?
Nothing like
Do you want to be?
Until things are sealed, I shouldn't be too worried,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
Mel, like the scariest thing is when stuff starts automatically locking because like
Yeah.
actions or like Mel forces you to re-roll and then stuff
Mhm.
starts locking.
Like
and you're like,
Okay.
ah.
a window into
I
my
might-
metagamey head.
Hmm.
That's the Torch 4 is the one, if I were you, I would be the most scared about, because if Mel forces you to re-roll it, it could lock into either a 6 or a 1. Now,
Yep.
it's not the worst thing in the world, because as long as it's the only sealed dice, then you could still wiggle around it, but those are extremes. And for them to be in the middle of
Yeah.
the line, it could really toss some things around. So bringing the
I'm
1
thinking
up or the
about-
6 down,
Yeah, that's
either of
what
those
I'm
are very
gonna do.
good.
I'm gonna do fifth torch up, nudge 1 up to
Yes. Which
will
automatically
seal
locks it. Seals it. Yes. I keep
Okay.
using this.
2. So now I've got 2 twos sealed, right?
Mhm.
No, just the 1.
Just
Just the one.
Just the fifth torch is gonna
Okay.
seal.
The only
that's
time
now
a die
sealed at 2.
seals because of equivalence is when it changes into matching.
Yeah. I just was like, oh cool, there's 2 twos, they must both seal at the same time, matching. No, easy peasy. So 2, 1, 5. Torch 5.
So now, if I'm correct, Mel, you have
Oh,
just
I have-
one die
yes.
left, but corruption.
that was
is
the
at
third
2?
corruption, so now Mel
Oh, that
gets
was
a new
3
dice.
corruption. So now you get a new dice.
Yay! Okay.
So you can roll 1 and add it to your hand.
Stop rolling. There we go.
So the old woman. Do I say the prop before or after?
You can say it after,
whatever
either
you
way.
want.
Yeah.
Okay,
You do you, girl.
Yeah,
You do
so
you.
the old woman has like a moment of fear as she realizes that this isn't going the way that she wanted it. The arm to begin with was leading her here. It
like
was
a witching
lighting-
rod, kind of.
Yeah, and it was the one lighting the torches, and that's why they started off so even. And in this moment, she feels a little bit of loss. But she kind of takes a moment to herself and grabs uses her regular hand to dive into the deep pockets of her coat, and she pulls out a gnarled piece of wood that is kind of like kind of like a wand if it was like a unicorn's horn sized.
Yeah.
And she grabs that and jams it into the hole of where the arm was. So now she has another implement to
She's
do
a
her
peg leg.
casting. Because I feel like she's
peg arm.
she's magical. She got magic from that arm, and
Yeah.
now she's
It's a billy
put
club.
it's a billy club, exactly. She's got a club in her hand, but it's a that's what she's done.
I got a billy club
made
for an
herself
arm and I'm
feel
ready to
better.
punch God.
Mhm.
What was that prompt?
It's from
The prompt
Family
was
Guy.
a sudden sense of regret looms large in your mind. Why? What do you do to press on?
Love it. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the peg leg guy from Family Guy.
Yes.
That's all peg legs.
Yeah, he's all peg legs and peg arms. Yeah.
Yes. If you keep stealing body parts, I'll keep pulling out peg legs.
Yeah.
I've got a peg eye.
Yeah.
Well, if you turn around, I'll show you another thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
you haven't actually seen her like profile yet. Like she lifts the hood and there's just two.
It's like, oh god, the early nightmare
can move
fuel
them
of fucking
separately, for sure.
Oh, God, dude.
of Roger
Nope.
Rabbit, and the dude like turns his eyeballs into daggers. Like genuinely had nightmares as a kid
Mm.
from that scene.
I got nightmares from the melting scene at the end.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
dip.
I like put it in, twist it. You hear like this crunch of a click as the stitches that popped earlier kind of like grab onto it.
Nope.
Yeah. Weave
I
itself
love-
into the wood.
I love that Haley keeps saying things, and then Andrew will look like he's about to vomit, and I'm just doing the Jack Nicholson. Yes.
You made this monstrosity, Andrew.
I'm getting all the reactions I need out of what I have
It's
to
funny
say.
because I wasn't into horror until I started writing it. Legitimately,
Mm.
like it
Yeah.
wasn't,
Same.
and then I was like, I get it now. Like I think I get it now.
Fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. And then I
Yeah.
tap my little wooden stick and I say, "Your turn."
Alrighty. Rounded up. Okay, so if I do that. Okay, we're gonna go for broke.
Oh, interesting.
So I have a 4. I would like to do no, not equivalence. Where is it?
Baleful transformation.
Thank you, that word. So choose a number of the Wisher's dice equal to half the value of the dice spent, which means it'll be 2. And the ones I want Haley to re-roll are the 4 and the 6.
There's no 4 and 6.
There's no 4.
Sorry,
There is a
the
6.
Torch 4 and Torch 6.
Torch 4 and Torch 6. Got it. So the 3 and the
English.
2.
English
Yes.
helps.
Haley, you're muted. So, Haley, you now
What do I need to do?
you need to re-roll Torch 4 and Torch 6. So that 3
Right.
and that 2 at the very end.
Rerolling that. Fuck me. It's a 6.
What? You re-rolled the 3 into a 6?
And
That
a
locks.
6.
That locks. Ah.
So I have 3 6s now.
Yep.
I lost.
I think you just lost.
Yeah.
Oh my
6 6
God.
2 locked.
All right.
It
Damn
worked.
it. It
You
worked.
have locked out.
It worked?
No.
No.
It went from a sure thing into Mel winning. What?
Oh.
I will never be kind to you again just for the sake of playing a game.
Yeah.
Theodora is gonna have this propensity of just violence towards Fiona. Like, I hate you.
Haley
And I
has a
don't
violence
know
towards
why.
Starts with Mel.
It's and here's the thing too. Mel's over here like,
I always have bad luck with dice.
I do have bad luck
I
with
have
dice,
bad luck
Andrew.
with dice.
and Haley's like, you're right, and I'll be nice to you.
But I have bad luck with dice.
Mel 100% metagamed Haley's good dice rolling because it was like, Haley's gonna roll max value on both of these dick sixes. And
Dick sixes.
dick sixes?
Dick sixes.
Mhm.
It's
We
Pride
always
Month,
go
it's fine.
max on dick sixes.
Careful, that is my OnlyFans account.
Well, fine. I would like to narrate how the old woman dies.
Do it.
No, it's fine. It's your.
Get in there.
It was
No,
your move.
both of you.
Both
Do
of
it
you do
together.
it. Yeah.
The
Tell
old
that
woman
story.
screeches as all of the candles begin to burn too bright, too bright. You have a new what is it called? Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mm.
between the two of you,
Absorb,
you don't have to
breathe.
do an action prompt since you fit it. You could if you wanted
Oh
to.
yes, there's
but
actually the end prompt.
There is
things.
it's the three questions: what becomes of the wish, what becomes of the wisher, what if anything smiles beneath the surface.
Well,
Yeah, so what was your wish?
my
Yeah.
wish was to trade places.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
cool.
So,
I like that.
the idea I had for the bog god was she cast her hand off when all of her followers died and would provide magic to the family of whoever took it. Probably like waiting patiently to see who out of that whole family was worthy enough to possess the said hand. And by whatever means, obviously the old woman managed to bind to it.
Uh-huh.
She has to make a new cult. And she can't do that if she gets rid of the one follower she has left.
Hmm.
So instead she offers a trade. She can't take her spot, but she can be on her right hand.
Yes, like chop off my hand.
Oh wait. Sorry, because Mel's I'm Fey twisting all these words. You could be on my right hand, and I'm picturing the like, yes, I'll do it, and then it just cuts to a cult rising, worshiping this old god, and it lifts up its hand, and at the end is the old woman at the end of the stump of the arm. Praise be to the patchwork god.
Yes.
Literally the right hand of the bog god.
Yes, with my one peg.
One peg.
One
Praise be.
Praise.
It's a little toothpick, and then the bog god brings it and just kind of like.
Incredible.
I
That's
technically
bog god,
almost
guys.
got my wish.
Do we want to take a brief break and then come back and play one more game? At least one
Oh,
more.
hell
We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
That was fun.
If you're enjoying this, be sure to check out Infinite Citadel, sign up for our newsletter, or follow us on social media, and you can find all of the updates around Bog God and when it might be releasing soon. Until then, we're gonna go on a quick break. We're gonna get some bathroom snacks, get some bog drippings to stuff down our juicy gullets, and we'll be right back to make more wishes into the dark. Welcome back. Ooh, Mel's not the god anymore. Here we go. I fixed the overlay.
Mel,
I want to be the god again.
You want to be the god again?
I want to be the god.
Haley, that's right. Haley has not gotten to be the god. Haley, do you want to be the
That's
god?
true.
I would love to be the god, and I would love to have 6 dice and verse all 3 of you.
That would be amazing if I could suddenly duplicate 3 ritual lines onto the overlay, but that's not happening.
Let's just quickly break the game that we're playtesting.
I do love that idea, though. Who is there anyone that particularly wants to be Wisher, or should we just roll off to see who is the Wisher to Haley's god?
Let's do a roll off.
I want to watch.
I got D6.
You guys,
okay.
one of you guys can play. I want to watch.
Alright.
I'm learning by watching as a observer.
Yes.
Okay, we are just rolling a d6 to see who gets.
Just roll a D6.
Yep.
I really want to go. I really want to.
You most likely are going to.
Okay, what'd you get, Mel? Classic Mel.
The fuck do you think I got?
Did you get a 1?
2.
I got a 1.
Yeah. I got a 4. So
I got a widow of one.
just a widow of
Shut
one.
the fuck up, Andrew. You knew what you were signing up for when you have me on here.
Hello, Wisher.
Hello,
Welcome to my
God.
bog.
Stop that.
It's warm.
Stop
I like it.
It's my voice.
Hey!
Stop what? Andrew.
This is becoming a very different game. I need to roll.
Are we paying spill your fluids and we don't even know it yet?
Yep, that's what's happening. Time to roll my dice. I'll roll them
Another
loosely.
game from Infinite Citadel.
What do I need to do?
You
I need to roll 3
You
dice?
roll 3 dice and you don't tell us shit about them. Interesting.
Yeah, Matt, just make sure you're
Sending a photo
tracking
to you, Mel.
corruption, so you can remind.
What?
Just make sure you're tracking corruption
Yes.
and reminding so that she adds more. So the big thing is you're gaining more. You'll gain more die to roll as Matt performs action. So
Mhm.
you'll just start with the 3.
I am loading my torches up into the overlay.
I wonder how y'all are gonna twist the concept this time.
I have a 3, a 1, a 1, a 4, a 4, and a 6. And you get to... Oh, I just grabbed the Wisher. This is going to be... I'm so tempted to pluck one of my on-stream characters and make the multiverse complete. But I'm going to resist. It's just going to be a... Let's go young, because I feel like we've gone normal, middle age. We've gone old. I'm gonna go young. So this is could have been at university, very greenhorn looking sort of explorer, and is just wandering through a forest. I'm gonna force you into a forest, Haley. You gotta roll with it.
I want it.
It is not quite foreboding when we first see this person walking through, but as we get deeper and deeper, the emeralds and the golden lights filtering through the leaves start to darken. The trees are not gnarled and twisted, they're not blackened, but they are old and wide, long gnarled roots digging up earth and making it bumpy and hard to traverse into a ring where there are 6 flowers. And as the Wisher stands into the center of the circle of flowers, they whisper a word, and all of the flowers burst into yellow flame. But do not wither and do not burn. The flame just wavers along the stem and the petals. Which one of my dice do you want to swap around? What are you gonna do to my line?
Can I please swap the 3rd torch for the 4th torch?
Switch that 4 and that 1 in the middle.
Yes, please.
Only because you asked nicely. No.
Do it, bitch.
Okay.
God said so.
God said so. I've got a 3-1. Oh, I've got pie. I got 3-1-4, and then 1-4-6.
The engineer is happy to see pie.
Yes. This is fated.
I want pie.
I want pie. Just hang along long enough. You might get some pie.
Promise.
You too can consume a delicious cherry pie over at Infinite Citadel for the Spill Your Fluids game.
My cherry pie. Don't want to get taken down. Cease and desist. What do I want to do here? Man.
What are you doing, Wisher?
What am I doing, Wisher? I've got toss a coin to your wisher, oh flowers of fire. What do I want to do? Reroll, seal, bargain. Do not want to bargain. Nudge. You did a good job splitting up those 4s. That definitely complicated things. I think I'm just gonna go safe. I'm gonna do a very mild open. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna reroll torch 4. I'm gonna reroll that 1 and hope for a 4 or a 1, because then it doesn't cost me any corruption.
Sure, yeah.
It wasn't a 4, but it was a 5. So
Got a bridge.
yeah, I got a bridge.
Uh-oh.
So not the worst for me. I've put a little bit of pressure on. And then for my prompt, started as a 4, turned to a 5, and it's torch 4. So interesting. Okay, I don't know. Haley has not committed to any sort of bog gaudiness, so I'm not gonna use prompt 4. I'm gonna use prompt 5. What is something that no longer serves you? A tool, a word, a memory. And I think I'll rewind time that the word that was uttered to light that ring of flowers is a word that is now gone from this Wisher's dictionary.
The.
Uh-oh.
And I will say that the word is fire. The Wisher can no longer say the word fire. And that has lit these torches and put them into reasonably a position that I could win with just one more reroll.
Yeah,
I'm one dark bargain away.
you are. I might. Can someone explain baleful transformation to me?
Yeah. So basically, you're choosing. So basically, if you have let's say you have a 6 on a die that you have right now, cut it in half. It's a 3. So that's essentially what we're doing. That's how many die that you can modify.
You can force me to
has
reroll.
to reroll.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, he has to reroll 3 die when you have a 6 to spend.
Oh,
So if
yes.
you give up,
Okay,
if you
cool.
give up a 1 or a 2,
The text on
I gotta
it's a
reroll
little
1.
cumbersome.
Yeah.
I agree. It's hard to wrap your mind around it, but basically, yeah, if you have a 6, you can force them to reroll 3 die.
It's turning your D6s into D3s, and then you get to force me to reroll that many
Choose
dice.
that many dice.
Yes.
All right, cool. And it is a minimum of 1?
It's exactly that many dice.
So
it's rounded up.
So
if you
1,
reduce
for
a 1
example,
to a half, then it rounds back up to 1.
Yeah, so it should probably have like a roundup.
It says rounded up.
It does? Yeah, it does.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah.
Yep, rounded up.
Yeah, but I just didn't. It doesn't. My brain couldn't quite get it because I was like, "Wait,
Yeah.
how do
You
I?"
spend
But no, yeah, cool.
You spend a 1 or a 2 to reroll 1, a 3 or a 4 to reroll 2, or a 5 or a
Yep.
6 to reroll 3, or force me to reroll that many.
Yes,
Yep.
I will get you to re-roll
Ooh.
1, please.
1 dice. Which
1 dice, and I would like you to re-roll What?
I was just I thought I have ideas of what you could do, but
Oh, then DM
I would
me.
go for one of the middle ones.
Yeah, I was gonna do number 5, the
Yeah.
fourth one.
Because if you can
Oh,
get,
interesting.
because if you can get the 4 to lock to a 1 or a 5,
Mhm.
that's real good.
That would be torch 3.
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
torch,
torch
3.
3. And whereas like the 5, if it locks at a 4, that's
It could
more
be bad.
good for
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Let's re-roll torch 3, please.
Torch 3 starts at a 4.
And that's dice is spent now.
That dice is spent
Yep.
now. Yep. So you are
Cool.
down to 2 dice. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. What is it?
I'll show you.
Do it.
Lock in a 5.
It locked in a 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, something's sealed. So
Yeah.
that's progress.
That's fun. Nice. And then it was torch 3.
Torch 3,
Yep.
1, and 4 were the
Prompts.
promptees.
Sorry, it was 1 and what?
1 and 3.
4?
1 and 4.
3.
Sorry, 1 and 4. Ashley's in my head. Ashley, there are lots of fire words that I can use.
Mm.
It'll be fine. Conflagration.
What?
Cool. So, as this will be the first time that you see the bog god.
Yes.
And the ring of, is it a ring of mushrooms? What did you say?
Ring of
trees?
flowers.
Flowers.
Ring of flowers. So there's the ring of flowers, and just outside of those flowers is a large tree. Very similarly, like you said, it's like an old, barky covered tree, and you see 2 eyes just open in deep within the bark, and you hear as a head pulls itself from it. One of the branches, an arm rips itself from, and it comes down, and it uses all 4 of its limbs to become, stands on all 4 limbs as this large bark head kind of looks and turns at you. You see it for a moment, and it flashes before your eyes as this tiny little woodland sprite. And it is like just like a lovely golden light, petal dress, long blonde glowing hair, and you kind of like blink your eyes, and then this big creature is looming over you once again. And the prompt was the Wisher glimpses a moment of your genesis. How did you begin? In what ways were you different then?
Oh, interesting. Which one's the old and which one's the new? I guess the sprite would have been the old. A glimpse of it. Yeah. That's super cool. I love it.
That's one of my favorite prompts that I wrote. I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It was
Yeah,
giving me vibes of that creature, the spirit that changes faces from the Avatar TV show, of just like this haunching sort of thing that just kind of
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just like that really rough bark, pretty much, just like everywhere.
I am sorry. My brain.
Your turn.
My brain went on a journey. Okay, there it is. I found it. Haley, I'll send you that on Instagram. It's literally just a picture of a tree that has like curves in it, and it just says, when it's been so long the trees start looking good. And that was literally my first thought. Sorry, my just unhinged brain. It's like
That's beautiful. I
damn,
love it.
Birch.
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of wood? Go see. Spill your fluids at Infinite
Yeah.
Citadel.
I mean, after the flashing, you don't see resemblance. Yeah, I know,
Yes.
right? After that vision, you don't see resemblance, but you do see characteristics, like
Yes.
like slightly. You actually see
Interesting.
these like thin, kind of like sheet paper wings that are like stuck down by its side like a moth, rather than up in the air like a
Yeah. So remnants of the sprite it once was, and now it is this like warped dryad tree thing. Ooh, love it. Oh, what do I do now?
You gave me a forest.
Yeah, I did. Yes. I was like, I want to go different, but I want to go something that I know Haley's gonna nail. So I was like, forest, 100%.
Nail?
Nail.
Wood?
I love a nail in the forest.
Oh man, you really junked this, didn't you? That one
I'm
is.
sorry.
That one, I can't, because here's the thing. I'm gonna talk through it. I
Mm.
can't just re-roll that 5 because it could be a 4. Or even if it's not a 4, it could be a 1. And then I've locked. What am I just gonna commit to 1s across the board? Yikes! No. So I think if I am to have a this is awful. Because if I leave
little boy.
if I leave the 5, you could make me re-roll it, and I could very quickly find myself in a bad situation. I think I have to go dark bargain early. And I have to give myself some wiggle room on that 5. I don't like it.
What is
but
a dark bargain again?
So I get to set and seal a dice.
Mhm.
And then you get another one added back to your pool. So I'll be giving you ammo, but I'm hopefully making my job easier.
And the Wisher can only do it once.
I can only do it once per ritual. So
Oh, cool.
So you get to roll and add one more die to your pool.
yes,
Haley.
and I'm gonna commit to doing that. So torch 4, I'm going to set and lock it to a 2.
Okay.
So I've got a little bit of wiggle room.
That's smart. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, because then you could bridge.
Now I can bridge to a 3. I can get up to like the
you could
4s and the
nudge your
6s.
4.
Yeah,
You could
yeah,
nudge
yeah.
your 4 down to a 3.
It gives me options that accidentally rolling into a 4, I would just lose. Accidentally rolling into a 1, I'd be sad. So I'm sorry. Setting that to a 2 and sealing it. So that's torch 4, prompt 2. But what's the dark bargain? Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually do that one.
Oh, the action prompt. I haven't looked at that.
I'm gonna do the action prompt for bargain, because the god just asked me, "What are you here for, little boy?" And I'm gonna say, I just wanted to get to know you. Just feels like you've been out here in the woods for so long. That you are the woods for so long. So I just set these flames to coax you out of your little hidey hole. It's okay to phrase it like that. And the prompt
the
was
cracking of bark as the head twists to like a 90-degree angle.
And because we are playing collaborative, we put cards on the table, and for the audience, the prompt was
you
lie
lied to the god
god.
in a moment of desperation. What is it? And why does the old god believe it? So I think my why that I'm proposing, you can overrule it because you are the old god, but my why that I'm proposing is that genuinely no one comes out here. It is a very lonely wood.
No, I was going to say, yeah, it has been a long time since I have been awakened, as you can tell by the fusing of my body with this tree. So this bit of attention has been quite enjoyable, actually. I believe you. Okay, so my next action doesn't make sense, and so I won't do that.
Ooh, I've changed the game.
You could wait
You could wait.
if you
have.
want.
So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I may nudge one of my own die.
Yes. So part of the theory here is that like 1 and 6 are very powerful for the old god. So if you've got like middling numbers, you could push them to either end to get those unsealing, those twisted gifts and those wither options.
Yeah. Cool. I'm going to do that. I'm going to wait silently. And then what would I pick? Do I pick a prompt then, or do I choose the wait silently? Your presence recedes. Oh no! But the wisher can still sense you lurking. What seems the innocuous detail shows you still linger.
So yeah, you can still describe it, but you're being more passive than like super active.
Yeah.
So you can still describe something
Yeah.
to the scene. It's up to you though.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I just don't know how
Use
this
his
would act
action
in this,
as a
in the
prompt.
moment.
Yeah.
I would say use what
Yeah.
Matt just did as your prompt, right? Like what Matt was doing was lying to you,
Mm-hmm.
and we know you
But-
believed it.
Yes. So, actually, yes. So what happens is as I wait patiently, you actually see the form of this body take a couple of steps closer to you, looming over the top of you. You realize the size of this creature before once the first limb steps into the circle, it begins to almost phase through the ground, and she dives into the ground like a mermaid diving into the water.
That's
And the grass and the flowers around you begin to glow as you can see my movement below the ground, showing you something that is trying to like add to the yes, you're impressed by me, let me show you why, like sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's my receding but showing you something.
Love that.
Yeah,
I must draw.
I must draw. And you have 3 dice, right?
I do have 3 dice.
Cool. Okay.
Inspiration has struck the artist.
Inspiration struck the artist.
No, I just pictured like top down a person sitting on like a little not even like a pond, like in a pond, like a little teeny island. There's like little lily pad flowers, and then there's like a mermaidy bog god like swimming around them. And the
Ooh.
torches are instead these lily pad flowers.
Yes.
And it's like a top-down view, and I'm like, what a like pretty mermaidy twist on a
Yes.
bog god thing. And I'm like, that'd be a really cool way to mess with it. So I just
I
wanted
love
to
that.
doodle it so I can actually do
forget
it
it.
later. Yeah.
Doodle, my guy.
Doodle. Your turn.
Yes. I know what I'm doing. I'm just picking between the 2 prompts now before I reveal my
Ooh.
action.
I'm excited.
And this is going to give you another dice. So you're actually going to go, because this is my 3rd action. So you get a corruption.
Wow.
It maxes out corruption. You get a 3rd or a 4th god die. I'm sure
Yeah.
I won't regret that at all.
That's fine. You're doing good.
Okay. I'm going to do torch 5. I'm going to nudge down to a 3. And torch 5's 3 prompt. Time unfurls before you, demanding a measure of decision. Reveal a consequence of the wish you hope will come to pass, but not the wish itself. And time unfurls, and I think in the ripples of the grass and the knots of the roots, as this old god swims beneath the ground, in those ripples and in the dancing flames, this young person sees themselves but thrust into positions of power, grand robes, as they sit atop the hierarchical structures that they seek. But don't really look much older. It seems like this has happened fairly recently, for judging based on appearance. And that is my move.
What was the prompt?
The prompt was time unfurls before you, demanding a measure of decision. Reveal a consequence of the wish you hope will come to pass, but not the wish itself. So I've not said what the wish is, but a consequence would be this person being in positions of power seemingly well before their time.
Beautiful. All right.
I'm gonna have this really cool car way before I should ever have it.
Yep.
My car is gonna have this really unique feature.
Stop. It's a scooter.
Dude, where's my car?
Dude, where's my car?
Where's my car?
Scooter with a dick.
So I would
No one
like
gets these jokes.
I don't care.
to. Yeah, I would like to twisted gift.
Oh no. All my hard
I
work.
would like to unseal the 2 and change it to a 6.
You jerk.
As I pop up
Egad.
from beneath the waves,
Mhm.
seeing your what is the word? Your greedy vision of your wish from such a wholesome nature god. Greedy boy. So that is, what would that be? That would be torch for.
Torch 4, either a 6 or a 2. This is the big risk. I knew when I did the dark bargain early that like the god can't just like unseal that one. It could be very bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I am going to, so I pop up, but as you are like facing forwards, I arrive behind you. And the 2 front limbs go over the top of your shoulders as I lean down, and I share with you the image of, we actually, as we're standing there, we almost move outside the circle, so you're now looking into the circle, and there is just this light in front of you of another trying to make a wish, and you see them very, very slowly, their candles burn out one by one as their body is absorbed into this liquid sand pit below where that grass is that you were standing on just moments before. And as they are falling, I whisper, "Oh fuck, it's not. I haven't got anything, but that's okay. Yes, I whisper. You actually, I know. Okay, you look down at your own self and realize you are not you. This is a repetition of a repetition of a repetition, and you're not the first nor the last to make this wish." And I whisper into your ear, "There's a cycle that'll never become undone." And the body just gets sucked in. Can now see its like face, like kind of like below the thing as you are put back into place. You now notice that the waves underneath the grass aren't waves, but faces of bodies climbing and scratching over each other as they try and move past, and that's what I was swimming through earlier.
Amazing. Oh, I am posting this into general on our Discord. You should join our Discord, by the way. Kapow.
Yes.
Because what you said is a mirror of a song I listen to every time like I'm doing Tales to Tales prep. That has lyrics in there that are repeating and repeating and repeating, and it's a very trippy song and I love it. Yeah. And they just.
Do I need to tell you my prompt?
Oh yeah, what was the prompt? Yeah.
I don't even remember. Oh yeah, describe a time when a mortal tried to kill you. What did you whisper into their bones?
Oh, amazing.
God, that was so cool.
I'm definitely taking the prompts with a grain of salt.
No, you're
No, it's
running with it,
perfect.
and that's the point.
Yeah.
They're a prompt.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
meant to get you to
Remember
do
that
a
one
thing.
time when I was like, "Hey, seaweed," and y'all are like, "Bet."
Um,
Yeah.
what if the volcanic glass shredded our faces off?
Mhm.
I think they're reacting to this rather like stoically, like they're still like tripping out and like double checking that their feet aren't gonna like plunge into the grass. There is a cycle, and that's why I'm here. Of all the people who would understand that, of all the entities, I figured you would. And I will use a reroll on the thing you just unsealed. So
Don't get a
reroll.
one. Don't get a one. Don't
rerolling
get
a
a one. Don't
six.
get a one. Don't get a one.
If
Don't
this
get a one.
slams into a 2, I'm gonna skip and cheer. This could slam into a 3, and I'd be completely screwed. We don't know. Rolling a 6 into better, a 4. It's not great
Okay.
though.
It's not horrible, but it's not good.
It's not the best for me. But torch.
The gods are too powerful.
Yeah, torch 4, prompt either what was a 6 or a 4.
6. Mhm.
Ooh, that's fun. Oh. You remind me of a professor I once knew. They were adamant that threatening was the best way to teach. I can respect your power and still flaunt my own. And they just sort of scatter some seeds onto one of the flowers, coaxing the flames a little brighter. Something about the old god reminds you of a person you know. What is it? And that is my turn.
Okay. I am gonna have a tantrum. Now, what have I got?
You have 3 dice, right?
4.
4. Wait.
Oh wait, no, I
you
used.
spent 1.
I did. I spent the 1 to do that
Yes.
thingy. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I apologize. I forgot to
No
remove it from
How
my
could you?
pile.
I'll
I
come
know
in.
I'm useless. Throw me in the bin.
Oh, this line is not great for me. I got a lot
Can't
of work
believe
to do.
that this is our 3rd game. This is awesome.
Yeah. I would like to do equivalent.
I could do that. Equivalence? Oh, fuck.
Yes.
I
And
think
would
you
like to
win.
raise.
I think you win.
Why? 'Cause
Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
move the 3 to a 4 and the 6 to a. Wait, right?
What do you want to do?
Is that how it works? How will it lock it in? If I need to lock
So
in
if the 3
4.
goes to a 4, yeah, it would auto lock at 4.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a win, though, is it?
It is.
For you, yeah,
Is
it
it?
would be. Yeah.
Because I can't bridge a
Because
1
he
to a
can't bridge
4.
a 1 to a 4. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I left myself exposed to the equivalence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
That reroll
And so,
put it
yeah,
just out of reach.
Yeah, and then I, for fun, raise the 1 to 2, just for fun.
Just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
Yes, and I. Oh yes, we got to do the last thing, but I will
Yeah.
respond with No, of course, it's not the only way to deal with things, but it's the one that works the best for me. And you see, what was your wish? Do you want to share, or do you want to say wait until a moment? Or
I
'cause
think-
I kind of have an idea, but I
What
want
do
to
you
know.
What do you think it is? Because I think I gave
Is
enough
it like-
away.
Do you want like the death of someone so then you become
Ooh,
that?
ooh, interesting. No,
Okay.
to live forever,
Ah.
to break the cycle that she was threatening with. exit it.
Yes. Okay. Oh no.
That's cool.
So I feel like if we're, I want let's try a popcorn because you won.
Yeah.
You get to
Yeah.
you get to pick one of the 3 prompts and answer it. So what
Yeah.
becomes of the wish?
Okay.
What becomes of the wisher? And what, if anything, smiles beneath the surface? So you get to pick one of those and answer it. So you'll end up answering 2, and I'll only answer 1. And let's see how this works.
Okay. Oh fuck. What becomes of the wish? I guess.
You could go out of order.
So I'm going to. I know I'm going. So I don't know because what smiles beneath the surface is going to be. I don't know. And then what becomes of the wisher is what becomes of the wish. Mine kind of meshes those two together because I'm dragging you into my sandpit.
Mhm.
Where you will live forever with me. So yeah, as the fire in the flowers, you kind of like after sprinkling that and trying to adjust one, teetering the idea that the cycle doesn't work for a moment, and I reckon the belief of me trusting you, it just kind of like falls at that moment, and all the flowers just disappear and go dark. Very much so, like the doesn't take long before the ground beneath you starts to turn to liquid.
Mhm.
You are slowly sunk down. If you fight at all, she drags you down.
So I think, if you're okay, I'll answer what smiles beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
I think the wisher just sort of leans back, face to the sky, and is like, I was just tired. I wanted to know that I'd have time, or I wouldn't. And I won't.
Got your answer.
And that's an answer too. As they're dragged beneath, maybe a little like new flower sprouts back up, mirroring the face to the sky. And it just sits there.
You have all the time in the world to rest now, my dear, as I drag you deeper away from the surface.
Tree lady snuggles.
Yay!
Bark, mommy.
Oh my
Yes.
god. I was thinking of like something else
Arf.
for the what smile. Oh my.
My stamen.
That was fun, guys!
Yay!
It was
I
fun
had
to
Not a
lose
single
and
wisher
fun to win.
won.
No, it was fun to win and it was fun to lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. No
Either way was
wishers
great.
won.
No wishers won.
We were
Which
really
has not
close
been
with
the
Haley's
case.
starting
We've had-
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
In other playtests, we've had a lot of wishers win.
I
Yeah.
actually, when I was like solo playing it, I really struggled to get the wisher to win. But I was very keen about using equivalent. Haley, you were very smart. Equivalence is very strong. We could just like bump, seal, suck it. Like,
Yeah.
very
I-
cool.
yeah,
I've
once-
had the wisher
After
win.
watching the first one and then mine and Mel's, watching Mel plays the god, I literally was like, I know how to do this. Like, I can do this. This is like
Yep.
3 options, and I just need to pick the worst one for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like the rough is
and my
not
first 3
actual
dice.
math. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh no,
my
you're
first
good.
3 dice were all ones.
Oh,
I feel like the
wow.
worst. I feel like the wishers got like a something, and I think this is okay for the tone of the game. I think the
Mhm.
wisher has got like a 30-ish% chance of winning,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it is weighted against them, and I think it should be.
Yes.
I think it's
Mhm.
fun.
Yes,
I
It
think
should
you
be
have
fun.
you should not be like having a high chance of winning, and it should be about telling a story
Mhm.
more than it is about having a fair game.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
when you guys try out Gentle Mages, that is about symmetry and having much
more
more
competitive.
direct,
Yeah.
competitive dice like challenge, and it's super fun, and I love playing it.
This is as much
But,
about the narrative prompts as
yeah,
it is
this
about
is-
the dice are there to like give you mechanics to bounce to those prompt tables. And this was super fun for me because I only played it speed running, just mechanics, seeing who would win and lose. So seeing y'all flesh out the prompts, I was super excited.
you
it was
guys
so fun.
killed it.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I loved, because I've just been thinking Cthulhu so much with it, which like gets boring like after a while of just working on it and just being like, yeah, it's just Cthulhu and I'm working on it. And like I've been wanting to see how people would use it differently, and y'all did so many cool things with it. It was very inspiring and so cool. And like you guys did the same thing with Out of Orbit, where I was like, what are you doing? I love this. And it's just so weird and fun and cool, and you guys are awesome.
I think this is well balanced though, because you have someone like a mortal with a god.
Mhm.
A god's going to have a lot more chances of winning than a mortal one. Not to say it's not impossible.
And there were a couple of times tonight that if the die had rolled more benevolently for the Wisher, the Wishers would have won. Like there were several moments where it could have rolled and the Wisher would have been like, "Yep, got it."
Haley could have won right away.
I could have won from the first turn, but I didn't want to end it like then and there. And it was more thematically fun to at least continue the story a little bit. And I hadn't even thought of what my wish was yet. And so like I was like, I need more time. But it was fun. It was great.
And there's
that was fantastic.
Some of the rules that we're still looking at that we've played with in Gentle Mages. Like in Gentle Mages, we've played with this idea of like courtly play. Like you don't do things that go against like what would make a good game, right? So like you chose to not win right away, which was like, I want to have fun, right? Like I want to play the game. And so there's a lot of those things that we've actually been able to play with that incentivize like how you score points and stuff based on how the game plays, and courtly play all work together really well. And I'm curious how maybe as we finish up Bog God, how some of that can adapt, because I think that like maybe this is something, Matt, that I want to look at, is maybe there's something in the first couple rounds where you maybe need to have a number of torches sealed in order to win. That was something that I was thinking about, because in Gentle Mages, you score more points if you're playing multiple rounds based on how many torches you have sealed.
When you win.
Whereas in this, you don't need to have anything sealed to win.
Yeah.
But the god can make you lose by sealing you out, right? So that's the only way you can lose.
So there should be a win condition the other way, but it should be more like harder than just the two flips.
Yeah. So there could be something that we messed with there. But man, this was incredibly fun. Y'all were incredible storytellers.
I love seeing the prompts.
Yay.
The prompts was something we hadn't seen, and I really wanted to see those actions, and y'all fucking delivered. So, in closing,
what do you guys think? Anything else? Yeah, I want to hear from you. We were talking.
More.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, there was a couple of times where I had to be like, okay, I have to go through the dictionary of Haley to figure out what that word means so that I can attempt to prompt properly. But other than that, it was fantastic.
Get the toilet paper out.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And it's only because some words just don't stick to my brain like they should with others. And that's just like a general human being thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was really, really good. It was fantastic, and the prompts were really, really fun. There was 0 double ups via the entire 3 games that we just played. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. There were moments where we could have doubled up, but the supplementary table, we were able to bounce to that and keep going. Right.
Yes. And then if that was still the option, then you still got other, like the action prompts as well, which really fits, which really does nice. I would have loved to have seen more information about the wish come out. Before the end of it, because right now it's like we get to the end and then we find out the wish. It would be cool to figure out a way to implement either a prompt that gives more information about it, or, like, I don't know, because it's like it would be fun to role play what they actually want. Like there's obviously tempt the wisher with something you think they want, but it's far less than the wish they seek.
Yes.
And so there's things like that, whereas like if you don't share with that with like at all with the person, there's no way for us to know.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I did the same thing. I was like, I don't even know what my wish is.
Yeah.
So maybe prompts to help create wish, or I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
trying
good.
to think of like a way that would introduce more opportunity for role playing. Things to build off of.
There was the prompt
Which
where
is
I
the
had to
part that we
reveal-
have to figure out still, right? That's the part we've done less.
There was the prompt where I had to reveal a consequence of the wish, but not the wish itself.
Yes.
So
And that was
maybe just
fantastic.
more prompts like that sprinkled in across all the torches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would definitely just open up the story a bit more in the back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the back and forth is really like the goal. Like, yes, it's a puzzle game.
Yeah.
It's fun to like manipulate the dice and try and win. The goal is also, this is a conversation between this creepy old god and this aspirant mortal meddling in powers that they shouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 This would also just be fun. This, like, prompts like that, though, where there's kind of like that empty space to fill.
Mhm.
That's what would make this really good for a D&D game, a Pathfinder game, anything else that's kind of like that. But then it's also fun, and the angle I was hoping one of us would go to was modern times,
Ooh,
or even
yeah.
futuristic times,
Mhm.
and you just see this like ancient god that just, you know, like a what do you call it?
We didn't do like a Delta Green style of this, where it's like one of like
Mhm.
Spec Ops forces go into this old temple and start dealing with an old god to like.
Just
Yeah.
every
Like an
moment.
Aztec.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's me.
I have a fever. I have a fever of 100, and I would like to be healthy.
But to like play with timelines like that
Yeah.
too. Like you're in the
that's fun.
far future. I'm
That'd be
thinking
super cool.
what is it, like Blade Runner times where you have like androids and God knows what else.
Warhammer.
Actually,
some.
That really that kind of sparked something in me with the beginning of the intro of The Wisher. Like, even though obviously it's open to imagination, some people can't get that first tick, like that they need something. So you could have that setting
Like
prompt.
prompt.
So it could be a
Yeah.
D6 with random, like
That's
it could
fun.
be a 2d6 table where you like roll before and after, like spooky crypt, or like lively carnival, or you know what I mean? Like it kind of, you can really mess around with a location just to help you go, well, why is my character here? Or even if you don't want to roll, you can just look at the list.
Yeah.
Like it's not a requirement to roll. It's
just
just
some
like
ideas to get you going to where it's like,
Yes.
we're more into that habit of, oh, I need to suddenly improvise a thing, blah. But like for someone that's not their forte, having some ideas of like, oh, okay, someone from the future in the, like, just ideas of like sculpting enough of the bounds of who this wisher is to help out. Yeah.
Yes.
I
And
like
it also
that.
And
helps
we're
to
good at
explain
reskinning
what
it for
the bog is,
replayability.
too.
And what the bog is, yeah.
I mean, we have another 32 minutes. We could always just do it again.
We should let the kind viewers go. They've been bogged. They now need to
I've been
cleanse.
bogged and bogged and bogged.
Let me just do a quick
welcome.
outro. Thank you so much to our amazing cast. Thank you to Andrew
Join
Bowman.
me in the sand pit.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Matt,
Andrew.
for getting weird with me and helping make this game happen.
I
It
always-
wouldn't have happened without you, bud.
helping your fever dream.
Amazing. Thank you to everybody following along on Twitch, chatting the whole way. It was so much fun interacting with y'all, having a good time. Thanks to all of our YouTube subscribers, seeing the VOD come over here on YouTube. We're getting close to 500, which is pretty cool. So keep hitting that subscribe button. Tune in for next week when I believe we will have the return of Tales of Carowin. Conlin's going to be back, and we're going to be playing more anime, JRPG, awesome, fabulous Ultima. We're gonna have TPK, Tales Does Tales. If you're not done with the spookiness, Tales Does Tales is coming back next week. And if you missed it, Tales of Misadventure is back. Raz is running a whole new game. Speaking of Call of Cthulhu, Raz is running a Call of Cthulhu game. And I'm gonna drop the link at the 9th hour here, 11th hour, whatever it is. That is the link to our Tiltify we are raising
10 a.m.
we are raising charity. We're raising money all month long. It's Pride Month. Just to speak queerly here. Just to be queer. It's Pride
Just
Month.
be queer.
And we are raising money all month long to support Lambda Legal, who is a charity, nonprofit legal organization that is doing all of these landmark cases to beat all of these awful, horrible tangerine-fueled bills. Please go and help them out and support them. And the more money that gets put in, the more spooky stuff Raz is going to do. Not this coming Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. Every other Tuesday is going to be Tales of Misadventure. So
That sounds pretty gay.
it's
Hey, we're here, we're queer, and we're still here.
yeah. Survival is an act of
I'm
resistance,
here.
motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. Oh my god.
With all of that said, thank you so much for tuning in. Go to our link. If you liked this game and want to know more, want to know when it releases, go follow us on Infinite Citadel, all of our social medias and newsletter and all that stuff. For more tales, definitely tune in the coming weeks, days, years. And until next time,
Never leave.
are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Stick around for a
Stick
raid, everybody. Sorry, I still
Bye-bye.
want to go.
Bye-bye.